Assalamu alaikum and good afternoon. Welcome you all, education leaders, middle leaders, and aspirant teachers who are looking for leadership role, inshallah ta'ala, in future. So today, this is our sixth session, and today we are going to talk about Standard 4 according to UAE Inspection Framework, which is related to curriculum. So we'll be talking in detail about what is curriculum adaptation, and what are the things that we have to prepare ourselves, or as a leader, whatever the capacity you are working with, how we have to make ourselves, align with the UA inspection framework. So little introduction from my end. My name is Muhammad Anwarul Haq. I have done my master's in MSc in botany, and I have done my master's in educational leadership, like MBA in educational leadership. So starting with the thing, which first of all, what we will do, if you have any question, you can you can ask. Okay, you can raise the hand, and I can tackle all these whenever you have any kind of query, please. Now, first of all, we wish as an educator within the UAE, we should be very well aware of UAE national agenda. Last time I have just emphasized this slide. You just remember there are 8 parameters for UAE inspection framework. Like for 2 are for PISA, which is international benchmark, where the UAE is trying to rank amongst 20 highest performing countries in PISA. And in TIMSS, they are aspiring, UAE is inspiring from the 15 highest performing countries. Okay. Then moreover, if you see completion of high school, this is the target of UAE government, that 98% of the Emirati students, they should complete high school. Similarly, the pre-primary session to be attended, it is again more than 95% of the students which are residing inside UAE, they should go to pre-primary schools. Obviously, for major emphasis is given on high skills in Arabic, which is actually from grade 9 onward. Yes, to ensure that 90% of the grade 9 students develop high skills. So once they reach into grade 9, they should be having very good Arabic. Normally we call it Fusha. Okay, like they should speak very, this very rich kind of Arabic. We call it Fusha, Arabic Fusha. Then there is high quality teachers should be there. So that is why there are 100% high quality teachers must be acquired. They should be in place in the schools. Like TLS, you are very well aware of that. Every teacher should be licensed. Similarly, very effective school leadership team should be there. For them also, there is licensing system, which is like they have to pass the leadership exams, and then they are entitled to take up the role of senior leadership team or middle leaders. And moreover, this is the last point, which is very important. They are talking about university foundation, because normally what is happening, this is a problem actually. In UAE, majority of the students, they have to enter into UAE, into university's foundation course. So what is the emphasis which been input into the education now? Like all the students, whoever are graduating from high schools within UAE, once they reach to the university, they directly start with their curriculum. They don't have to sit for this one for foundation course. So the quality of education should be of that standard. Now, if we again a little bit additional thing, like once we are talking about, this is for the newcomers who are not knowing like what exactly UAE inspection framework. Inspection framework, it is comprised of standards, then indicators and elements. Down, which is descriptors and illustration. These are just further details. So there are 3 main pillars. Like there are 6 performance standards. Standard 1, and today we are talking about standard 4, which is curriculum. Then there are the indicators and there are the elements which actually further describe in detail what exactly you should be achieving. We will be talking about indicator and elements down a little bit later. Similarly, language of the framework, normally this is my slide where whenever I get the opportunity, I display, because everyone who is inside the UAE, starting from the teacher up to the senior leadership team, we should all be very well aware of these, inspection framework language. Like, what does it mean by the outstanding? Outstanding mean what is an outstanding school, like what is very good, what is good, what is acceptable, weak. These are the six parameters. So almost all, which is more than 90%, most is between 75 to 90%, large majority is between 60 to 74, majority is between 50 to 60, and so on. This is the quantitative numbers, quantitative terms. You will see these terms whenever you will be having any chance to review the report of any school where you are applying, or currently you are working with. The reports from the ministry, they will be using these terms very, on a very large scale. Everywhere you'll find this part. Similarly, the progress of the school, like what is outstanding school, please remember, I already mentioned why, if the curriculum is one of the most important standards, you must remember once the UAE inspection comes in any school, they meet with the senior leadership team, they meet with, they do a lot of things. Yes, they meet with the safety in charges, they meet with the inclusion coordinator, assessment coordinator, and there is one specific meeting by all the these inspectors for the curriculum in charge. Like, for the curriculum, who is the person responsible for the curriculum, because this is the main base from where a school will be judged whether the school is acceptable, good, very good, or outstanding. So here there are, benchmarks are there, like in line with the curriculum, above the curriculum, and below the curriculum, like lower than the, not in, or in line with the curriculum. So if a school want to be outstanding school, most of the student, what does it mean? Most of the student, again, you have to refer to the language. The language indicate most of the students mean 75 to 90% of the student, they must perform above the curriculum standards. And so on, you can judge, you can easily figure out how you are going to assess yourself, like self-evaluation, or you are going to assess your school. Similarly, like if a school is very good or trying to be very good, so what that school should be doing, like 60 to 61 to 74% of the student, which is large majority, they should be performing above the curriculum standard. This is very, very important. And one more thing, once the school is moving from good to very good or outstanding, the language changes. The language of your, self-assessment and school improvement planning, it has to change tremendously. So I don't have time to go into that detail, but once those schools which have already scored good, and they are moving to very good or outstanding, so they have to make lot of changes need to be done in this regard. Next thing, if we go for the next slide, just 1 minute, I will be just let me make it from yeah, it will be, I think it will be much better for you now. Okay, next, if you see, now, once we are talking about the curriculum, there is horizontal or vertical alignment of the curriculum. Now, horizontal can also be named as you can see from the picture itself, yes, which is on the display. You can easily figure out horizontal can be named as lateral also. Now, lateral kind of alignment, like within one grade, if you are talking about, like, for example, in grade 5, all grade 5s in the school, they are in line with the curriculum. despite of the factor that multiple teachers are working in grade 5. So all of them, they should be teaching the same curriculum at the same pace and same time. Similarly, what does the vertical alignment of the curriculum mean? Vertical alignment of the curriculum mean how the curriculum is progressing from KG up to grade 12, which is normally it goes to American curriculum schools, or grade 13 actually, which is a British curriculum, and so on. It is applicable for Pakistani curriculum school as well as CBSE school or the Indian curriculum schools. So there should be a perfect alignment. You have to make sure you give this information to the observing authority that your curriculum is in line vertically as well as horizontally. You have to make connections, okay? And vertical connection can be as a school also. You can take it as a school, like lateral connection can be taken into as a school also. Next thing, if we move to the next slide. Now we are going for the 4.1. Now this 4.1, which is curriculum design and implementation. This is the major thing. Yes, this is the part of the standard, for example. So here, this is 4.1.1. If we see 4.1.1, you will see there are a lot of detail like rationale, balance, and compliance. As you have seen in my previous sessions also, I was talking because majority of the school in UAE, now they have moved from, they are normally they are ranked into good. But this is a way of moving forward. For example, if you are a very good school, what you need to do, you have to look for outstanding. Only then you can achieve your target. What exactly you need to do to score outstanding? So for example, rationale, balance, and compliance. So if you see here, there are very small differences between good, very good, and outstanding. Here, if you see in outstanding, the curriculum is highly effective. Okay, highly effective in developing balance of knowledge. Okay, and in the case of you, if you see here very minutely, so you will see here it is mentioning only effective. So this is the same thing, good and very good. If you have noticed this part, good and very good, it is the same thing. Like this is the slight difference in the language of the framework. Okay, and moreover, it fulfills all the requirement. It fulfills all the requirement of the school or authorized. Okay, a licensed curriculum, for example, authorized licensed curriculum means American curriculums normally they follow CCSS, like Common Core standards, Californian standards, yes. And similarly, once we are talking about the British curriculum, so they have different kind of standards, like they are following either Edexcel or other boards, whatever they are applying for. So it is actually, it depends upon which kind of authority they are in line with. So if you see here for the good, again, there is not a big difference between good and very good. If you see effective development, developing knowledge, yes, the same, developing balance, okay. Here, there is additional word, balance of knowledge, and here is developing knowledge, skills. So there, what is the difference between good school and very good school? In rational balance and compliance, you will see the basic difference is there in very good school, they develop a balance. Okay, but here you cannot find this word. This is in general they are talking. Generally, this has been, see, a balance has been maintained. Now, if you go up, if you see a very clear rationale aligned, and here clear rationale aligned, and here if you see clear rationale has a clear rationale, it is broad, balanced, and appropriate, age appropriate for the good schools. Similarly, if you go for 4.1.2, it is continuity and progression. In continuity and progression, please remember, this is one of the difficult things. If you will see, whatever the standard we have discussed so far, like from standard 1, 2, and 3, details here, there are more in-depth details, and you need a lot of skills here. Okay, everyone cannot go into this detail. So as per your role, you should align yourself according to this one. So once we are talking about continuity and progression, here outstanding school meets the need of all students. Just remember, here it meets the need of almost all. Now almost all and all means all is 100%. Like, please remember, almost all is 90 to 100%, above 90 and 100%. Yes, but in outstanding, it meets the need of all students. This is one of the very few areas where you will find out these kind of words. Normally, their highest level is almost all. Okay. Similarly, a good school which will be which meet the need of most students. So almost all is above 90%, and it meets the need of most students, means 75 to 90% of the student needs are met by the curriculum provided by the school. In this way, you will be reading. And moreover, again, I'm telling for those who are actually new to this session, you have to go through with your SPIA or ministry or KSD or EDIC report of your school and plan accordingly. If you are rated as good or acceptable school, so try to match yourself with one standard, two standard extra. For example, if you are rated good, go for outstanding. Okay, all the characteristics. So in this way, end of the day, if you cannot achieve outstanding, you will land into very good. Set your targets very high. This is normally I always convey this message wherever I deliver my lecture. Next thing, please. If you see same curriculum design and implementation, 4.1.3 is curriculum choices. Now, once we are talking about curriculum choices, curriculum choices, they come in high school normally. Okay, but in lower school also you can give the curriculum choices. Like sometimes, what I mean, we can provide them the this physical education periods. Some schools they provide 2 per week, some schools they provide 3 per week, some schools they provide 1 per week. It depends upon how you actively engage the community of the school community. Like, it is a collaboration between student, teacher, and parents. So here what they are saying, like, for a outstanding school, the excellent range of curriculum options, like they have lot of options students they can opt out what exactly. Normally in curriculum choices in lower grade, what we can give them, like in arts, you can give them different choices. Like you can, those who are very much into, even you can give them the curriculum choices in lower grade, like in the form of, different kind of clubs, science club, art club, dramatic club. There are different kind of choices. Even in sports also, you can provide them different choices. Okay, in this way, you can tackle this curriculum choices, this indicator. Next, it is 4.1.4, which is cross-curricular links. Now, once we are talking about cross-curriculum link, this is one of the integral part of each and every lesson plan. I mean, as a leader, as a teacher, you should be knowing, like, you have to relate your lesson with real life. Cross-curriculum, if you are teaching mathematics, how you can relate your concept, what you are teaching in mathematics, to sciences, or to Arabic, or to Islamic, or to geography, or different kind of other subjects. So here in cross-curricular links are meaningful and planned purposefully. This is the thing, actually. It is not only you are providing the cross-curriculum link in your lesson plan, or your teachers are providing this thing in their lesson. this is the way how they are planning and how effectively they are. There should be a purpose. Like on the sometime as a teacher, we know this. Sometimes on the spot we make some kind of modification. Yes. So here they how purposeful they are in order to align their lesson to different subjects. Here, if you see, for very good school, it is a meaningful and planned carefully. Here, before it was purposefully and innovative, purposefully and innovative. Here, it is only one word, which is it is planned carefully and carefully planned. Okay. Similarly, but here it is planned, but it is not as effective as it should be. So from good to very good and outstanding school, how you can describe that across the school you have to make sure. Sometimes what happens, one of the department, they are doing one thing, and as a leader, you should ensure that all the department, all the subject across the school, they are doing the same thing. So I hope you are very much familiar with a new type of research which is coming out in education, which is action research. Yes, so you can use this idea in order to promote new innovation into your lesson in your school related to cross curricular. You can do different kind of things, but it should be monitored throughout the school. Next is review and development. Now, curriculum review, this is one of the most important part. There are two or three terms. I was expecting that someone will be asking me this thing. There are three or four terms that we should be aware of, like what is curriculum mapping. Then there is curriculum, after curriculum mapping, there is scope and sequence, yes. And then there is another term which we call it like curriculum review. So now, if you see curriculum mapping normally different kind of publisher, they are already providing this thing. But if you have to prepare on your own, so what is curriculum mapping? You can relate curriculum mapping, what exactly you are doing and which part of the time in the academic year. So there is a yearly planner, there is a weekly breakup, yes, termly breakup, like for example a major component you have established, like which is yearly planner for one particular grade. Then you jolt it down to the weekly planner on the basis of terms. First term what you are going to teach in detail, then you start to go for and second term and the third term. So this is one of the curriculum mapping where exactly you will be in different. And review means what exactly is your analysis after doing one complete term. What is your review? Where are there is lack, where you can perform well, where you could not perform well, then the different kind of things. So you must be familiar with these terms. Next, I hope there is no question till now. Let me see if I can find any question from anyone. Okay, there is one question actually. How can I get recording for all your? Yes, I already mentioned. You can. I will be sharing my LinkedIn account. Okay, I will be sharing my LinkedIn account and I will be sharing my this one YouTube channel. Okay. So inshallah ta'ala, towards the end, I'll explain it to you. You can get all my recordings from there. From my I preferably you can go to my LinkedIn account, inshallah. Okay. So I'm moving next now. Thank you very much. There was one question from someone. Okay. In fact, it was Miss Fatima. Next, curriculum adaptation. Now, again, this is very beautiful term like curriculum adaptation and curriculum modification. Now, curriculum adaptation, how, you know what mean? Adaptation and modification, it coincide with each other. Like, for example, you adapt, you modify your curriculum according to the need of the student. For example, you are supposed to teach something. There are three different type of students. Like there are kinesthetic, there are audio, and there are visual learners. So according to their choice, for example, in one class, you are a teacher. You have the same classes on boy side and girl side. In girl side, more students are visual, but in the boy side, more of the students, they are kinesthetic. Like, so how you are going to manage with these things? So according to the need, you will switch to the situation. Like, for example, in one class where there are audiovisual, you can show them different kind of videos and all. But here, those students which actually learn by doing with their hand, so you have to go for the hands-on activity and all. So these are small, and sometimes some students they learn better with online tools, and some students they learn better on the notebook. So you have to modify. This is adaptation. So if you see here, for outstanding schools, which is 4.2.1, modification of the curriculum to meet the needs of all groups of the student. Please, this is again, before also I explained to you, like group management, it is one of the toughest tasks for all schools, all over the UAE, not only in UAE, all over the world itself. Like, for example, if you have a group, whether it is normally now we are going for the heterogeneous group. Yes, we are mixed ability students, we combine them together. But sometimes a homogeneous group is also big grouping is being made, but it is not differentiated. So on the large scale, we are making heterogeneous group where different ability of the student they are combined together. Isn't it different? They are well differentiated. So once we are going with that thing, so we have to make sure like whatever the group you have made, it should cater the need of all students of all groups. So an outstanding school will be, it is highly successful in ensuring teacher modify the curriculum according to the need of the students. Highly successful. Now, a very good school is actually very successful in ensuring, like they are ensuring that curriculum is reviewed and modified according to need of their students. Similarly, a good school is successful in ensuring. So look, there are slight terms differences are there. Highly successful, very successful, and successful. So you can relate these terms as large majority, most, and almost all. You can relate these three terms into this context. Now, next, if we move, if you see curriculum adaptation, this is 4.2.2, which is enhancement, enterprise, and innovation. Now, if you look at this one, the curriculum is rich. First of all, the curriculum is rich. Normally, okay, the curriculum is rich. What does it mean? Like it actually have all the things which is required, but which is age appropriate. Every aspect is covered. Okay, for a outstanding school. Okay, it is rich. And for very good school, the curriculum is imaginative, offering wide range of opportunity for the students to design. There are so many details for almost all students. Yes. Here, if you see, for outstanding students, for outstanding school, opportunities for enterprise, innovation, creativity, and social contribution for all is embedded through all curricular areas. All curricular areas. Here it is embedded in almost all curricular areas, and here it is most. Again, the term remains the same. Please focus on the term, what exactly they are focusing on. And then if you see for the outstanding, I will just highlight this point. Look here, a very wide and stimulating program of extracurricular activities within and outside the school. Here, the major responsibility comes for your activity coordinator. How variety of activities are generated, not only which is phase related, it is as a whole school and all subjects related. Okay. Now imagine activity coordinator, how many activities you have generated for the students within the school and outside the school, how many competition they have participated in. This is very, very important. Similarly, a wide program for extracurricular within the school. Here, before it was very wide, here it is wide. And here they are talking about variety of extracurriculars. Variety means there are different events which are happening in different phases of the school, but they are not interlinked or they are not well coordinated. This is like, like algal bloom is there, someone is happening from here without any kind of program. So there should be activity coordinator who is managing these works very effectively throughout the school, throughout the phases, and it should be pre-planned. Okay, and very effective and very meaningful. This one for the enhancement, enterprise, and innovation. Remember, some of the good schools they lack in they actually or good school mean outstanding school. They struggle in couple of areas. If outstanding school, if they are in SPIA or in KHDA or even in ADAC, normally they get trouble in languages like Arabic language. I was talking about Arabic Fusha. They should they so similarly, this is one of the gray area for those schools which are outstanding. If you get the chance to have a look on their reports, review reports, and similarly in these areas, how the activities are well coordinated and how the enterprises or innovations are being provided, opportunities are given to the students. Similarly, linked with Emirati culture and UAE society. This is last part for today's session. How they are linking it with UAE culture and UAE society. Now, for example, we have seen on many times, like we make some changes, some of the books which are Western publishers, they actually there are some contents which are not in line with the UAE society, so we remove them. Physically, we remove. There are different ways of doing it. Different schools they do it differently. Correct. So this is why, because we want to make alignment with our UAE national UAE society and Emirati culture. Similarly, sometimes what happened like once there is something in the books, if the names are Western names, we change the names of the character into Arabic in order to relate with UAE culture. So these are the few things that you, and I hope majority of us, we are doing this part and you are very well aware of. So here to the last point, linked with Emirati culture and UAE society, if you see here, innovate and coherent learning experiences are embedded through all aspects of the curriculum. Okay, and here what is happening? They are embedded in almost all aspects of the curriculum. So students are enabled, they are well enabled to know what exactly is the culture of UAE and their society. So they make themselves aligned with those things. Similarly, if you go for a very good school, so here if you see most most aspects of the curriculum, they enable all students. Now, we have to enable, the word is all students, okay? But aspects are different, okay? All students, they are having understanding of UAE values, culture, and society. So they have, so if you are able to, and normally what happened, we used to do it like, my practice, you have to inculcate this thing within your lesson plan, how you are relating your lesson with each to UA culture. There should be a majority of the school they are doing like this, like there should be a specific area within your lesson plan that you are relating your each and every lesson in each and every phase and each and every subject to the UA culture. Thank you very much. These are the things that I wanted to discuss about the curriculum. Now, if there is anyone who want to ask me any question, so you are most welcome to ask. Couple of minutes are remaining. So if you have any questions, so you are most welcome to ask me this. So in technical term, if there is no question, what does it mean? Like majority of us, we are in line with whatever we wanted to learn from today's session. Thank you very much for your time. And now I will be ending my session. Inshallah, ta'ala, see you next time in my next bi-weekly, which will be standard 5. And again, it will be on Friday, same time. Thank you very much and have a nice time. Before I start, I will be just sending you my Miss Fatima. I will be sending the link in just a minute. You can note down my this LinkedIn account, Muhammad Anwarul Haq 74, same name. With the same name. Only you have to add 74. That's all in the LinkedIn. If you just search, so inshallah ta'ala, I will be uploading this thing. And if you are coming from one of the groups for teacher groups, inshallah ta'ala, I will share there also the link for the YouTube as well as for the LinkedIn. Thank you very much for your participation. Have a nice time. Bye bye.